Okay, so I have 20 blocks in this quilt. It's a little bit bigger than most of my baby quilts I've made. But this is my 12th block. After I get this one done, I'll have 12 blocks finished. So I'm a little more than halfway. So, I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish it, but I can get like a block done in a couple days if I keep at it. I don't always work at it exactly every day. Some days I miss it. So, it just takes time. It's whenever I have time. And that's what I'm doing. So I got a new piece of thread again. And I'm going to work on, got my little thimble and my glove because my hand was hurting. So I'm going to work on more on this block. I'm going to do another straight line over on this side. I'm going to go from here to here. Can't see the whole thing, I guess. So, I'm just going to quilt and maybe not talk so much. So like I said before, not talk so much. I do take a few stitches, just single stitches when I start out because of the corners being so close to the edge of the hoop. So it's a little bit harder to get in here and, do 4 or 5 stitches at one time with my needle until I get a couple stitches in there. It's just, it wants to, when I try to put my needle in there, it doesn't want to hold on to the material. As you can hear it, sometimes it'll snap. That means it's letting go of the material. And so then you're not getting a full stitch because it's not holding on to the back side. So until I can, get my needle in so that I can do 4 or 5 stitches, I just do 1 stitch at a time to get further in away from the corner of my hoop. So now I can do a couple more stitches at a time, and it goes a little faster then. So there. And you get that little rocking motion going on, and you can go pretty quickly. Going up and down. We call that the rocking motion. Oh boy. Sometimes if I get too much thread, it's harder for me to get it pulled through because there's extra thread there. So I have to make sure I put my arm clear out so it doesn't get tangled. Sometimes I do get little knots in here, and then I just take my little needle and pull where the knot is, and it'll usually pop back out. Sometimes I have to, untie the knot with my hand, but most of the time if I get my needle in there, it'll pop it, and the knot will come out. So I also sometimes I do 1 stitch at a time as I enter the corners where they meet, because there's a lot of thickness there. So I don't always do the rocker motion right there going up to the corners, because it's harder to get through the corners also. So it's funny how fast time goes when you're videotaping your quilting. You don't realize how fast the time is going, and I'm already at 5 minutes, and I haven't even gotten, halfway. I'm halfway through this line of blocks, so I'm gonna go clear to this corner. But yeah, it took me 5 minutes to get to there, which might not be a lot of time, but when you're quilting, you think you're not. The time isn't going that fast, but it does. So here we are, one more corner, and it just gets a little tough to get your needle through right here where the corners meet, and sometimes I break my thread doing it. But this is a heavier thread than normal quilting thread, so it, thank goodness, doesn't break as easy, because if I would have been using regular quilting thread, I think it would have broke right there, because it was really pulling hard. So this is a bold quilting thread that I'm using, and I like it because it just makes the design stand out a little bit better. So I've been using it more so in most of my quilts. So just looks a little bit bolder, as you can see. That's what it was designed for, I guess. I got my lines that I drew on here a little bit off center, so I'm trying to adjust that. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but I'm not running exactly right on top of the line that I drew. I'm actually running kind of beside it because it's not quite in the center of the block. So I am adjusting my stitching line so that it looks more centered. So I'm at the end here, and I'm gonna tie it off, and I guess I'm gonna stop my video here too. So we're at 8 minutes again. So we'll see you next time, and you guys keep quilting and have fun doing it. My little hearts are upside down, but there you are. Bye.